Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of Matchbox Marks Diecast Restorations. This project I'm taking on my very first majorettes. So I've been actually experimenting with some other die casting companies, and I'm really loving it because there's so many different cool castings out there. So this one is missing the back door. I don't know if I'll replace it or not, and I'm gonna see if I can find some parts. But this is a police van, and it's the Volkswagen Fourgon. If I'm mispronouncing that, please let me know. Number 244, made in France, 1/60th scale. So I like it because it's got the cages on it, and it's got a nice metallic blue paint, which I have. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. So just a restoration. And my next one I'm doing is this one I just got from my buddy Dan with that fleet of ambulances. So this one here, I saw it and I said right away I've got to do this because this one is in really, really bad shape. So I'm going to really take my time on it and see if I can clean it up good. This is also Majorette ambulance, made in France, 1/64 scale. Doesn't really have a type or brand on it, like a model number, but does have the doors. And let me open it. If I sound kind of like I got a frog in my throat, I think I'm getting sick, but we'll see what happens with that. So there we go. So the inside is pretty dirty. As you can see, it's got some cobwebs, and it looks like it's been out in the woods for a little while and a tenant, so I'm going to bring it back to life. So just a good old paint job, cleaning, and I got some Red Cross decals, and definitely it's not spinning, so I need to troubleshoot the wheels and get it going. So once again, these are my first majorettes. Looking forward to it. So here we go. I'll take them apart. All right, so I took off the bottoms. This Volkswagen doesn't have a post. It just has a little tab that goes in there, and just pry it apart with a screwdriver. And let me see here. I kind of like that design. So let me pry it apart. Let me see here. There we go. So there's the chassis. And let's see how this comes apart. So there's the interior. Oh, it looks like it holds about 9 people. Of course, it is a prison transport van. They should have cages in there to protect the drivers. And here's the transparency. Actually, it's in pretty good shape. So there's the simulated cage, I guess. So this should shine up pretty good, actually. And here's the interior. Little steering wheel there. And I'm not going to do anything with this other than maybe shine it up. I'm not going to paint it or nothing. And it looks like the wheels are in pretty good shape. They roll pretty good, so I probably won't do too much with this, but just shine up the rims. Like I say, the less the better. So there's that. This here. Okay, now the ambulance. Let's see what we got going on here. Let me put these in here. So I'll strip that. And I'll put these little parts in my container. All right, so here we go. So I already drilled out one post. So, okay, so looks like we've got some inhabitants in there, but they're probably not living anymore. So that needs a good soaking, and it looks like they're just rusted up. So I need to take them apart, clean them up, lube them up, and get it brand new again. Okay, now this part here, let me see, here's the doors, and the other one's in here. Those will come out. So it looks like good cleaning. And, oh, here's the guy in the back. Let me see if I can focus this. So it looks like he's a mummy, but we got to clean him up. So there's that. And here's the transparency. Looks like that just needs a good old clean in. It's amazing what soap and water will do. And then here's the doors. So, and then here's the body. I'll probably clean the body before I put it in the stripper. Probably both of them. So, all right, let me lift this up. Move my camera stand right there. I need to get a camera stand eventually someday. Oh, there's my buddy Yoda, making sure I'm honest. So, okay, so I'm going to put these. So this will be my parts to clean. And so that's what we were looking at from the back. So it looks pretty dirty, but you know what though? Soap and water does wonders. And then there's that. So, all right, so I'm going to clean these up really good and take them to the stripper, and we'll see what happens after that. All right, so here's all the parts in the bin for both castings. Let them soak overnight, some soapy water. This one isn't too bad. I'm not going to let it soak. I'll probably just rinse it off before I strip it. So, all right, so after I get them washed up in soapy water, I'll film the results. All right, till next shoot. All right, so I just took the models out of the stripper and kind of rinsed them out with soapy water. And let me see here. It just needs to be really just shined up a little bit with a wire brush. And then for the VW, same thing. Just kind of clean it up. And I haven't touched these yet. The chassis and the tires, I'll do those. And the windscreen, really just soap and water. Came out really good. So there is, I think, a little, no, on the other one's got a little crack. So put that in some pledge, it'll shine right up. And then the Fourgon or Fourgon. Let me see here if I can get that. It's got a little itty bitty crack on there, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's not too bad. It's in great shape. And there's the interior, the VW, shined up pretty good. And then I like this guy. If you can look at the expression on his face, let me see here. There we go. You can make that out. His mouth is partly open. It's actually kind of creepy looking, but just such good detail in there. But it sure cleaned up pretty good. I'm not going to do anything else to it. Not going to paint it, nothing, because it shined up pretty good. All right, so get these wire wheeled and primed up. All right, so I took the chassis to the Majorette ambulance and the little wheel retention spring, like the shocks, the suspension, and I put it in lime away because it's really rusty. So we'll see how this works out. All right, so the chassis soaked. I just let it soak all night in some lime away. And as you can see, it actually came out pretty good. All that rust, let me get some light on it. All that rust came off. And I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm going to leave it natural. Might put a little polishing compound on it. There's that. And then here's a little tire retaining spring. Let me see here. I also sanded it up with some sandpaper, so a little bit better. So, alrighty. Moving on. Alright, so here's the Volkswagen. All primed up. Came out pretty good. And here's the ambulance. Couple areas it's kind of not too smooth, but it's pretty good shape compared to what it was. So, all right, I'm gonna start getting these things painted and put together. All right, so I've got all the pieces cleaned up, painted, and ready for assembly. So everything turned out actually pretty good. Didn't have any obstacles or anything major to do to them other than a good cleaning, stripping, and painting. I really like how this turned out. Let me get some light on it. I already put a coat of gloss on it. So, can't wait to put it back together. All right, stay tuned for the final reveal. All right, it's time for the reveal for the two Majorettes, my first two Majorettes. So, here is the police van, the Volkswagen. Took it all apart, cleaned it, I painted it. I have some Tamiya metallic blue that I'm a pretty big fan of. And the police water slide decal I made, just with some white decal paper. And didn't do anything with the headlights or anything like that. Chromed out the rims. And just cleaned the interior really good. So I really like the way this turned out. Don't know if I should have carved out a spot for the gas cap in the back. That was probably a mistake, but oh well. I did it. And so there it is. All right. Now let me get to my favorite. I think this is probably my best to date, just how it turned out. So here is the Majorette ambulance. Didn't do anything with the front end or the chassis. Just kind of polished it up and chromed it out. Painted a nice white. And there's the interior, a little cleaner. Doors work, function good. Chromed out the rims. And I had an extra Red Cross decal. And the most important thing is it can roll. So let me move my little deal here, and it can roll with ease. So I can take this down the track and race it if I want. So there we have it. The two Majorettes came out pretty decent. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. And I thank you for watching. And until next time.